Picture this scenario because I guarantee it has happened to you. It's 11:47 p.m. on a Thursday night. You're lying in bed, and you've just opened Hinge for the third time today. You spent $34.99 on the premium subscription last month because they promised better matches and priority placement. You've sent out 47 messages this week. Thoughtful ones. Not hey or some copy-paste pickup line. Real messages that reference their profiles, ask genuine questions, show you actually read what they wrote. You know what you got back? 3 responses. One was, haha, thanks. One unmatched you after 2 messages. And one just stopped replying mid-conversation after you suggested meeting for coffee. Meanwhile, your roommate who uses a shirtless gym selfie as his main photo and whose bio is literally just a pizza emoji. He's got 23 matches this week and went on 2 dates. And you're sitting there wondering what you're doing wrong. So you buy the boost for $79.99. You update your photos again. You rewrite your bio for the 4th time this month. Still nothing. Radio? Silence. But what if I told you that this isn't a bug in the system? What if the app working exactly as it's designed to work looks like you, frustrated, alone at 11:47 p.m., about to spend another $7.99 on a boost that statistically changes almost nothing? What if keeping you single and swiping is the entire business model? My name is Dave, and I spend way too much time reverse engineering the algorithms that keep millions of people stuck in an endless cycle of swiping, matching, and going absolutely nowhere. If you're someone who's done everything right, stayed in shape, built a career, worked on your communication skills, but still can't figure out why dating apps feel like throwing messages into a black hole, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Because today we're not talking about how to optimize your profile or what photos get the most swipes. We're talking about why the entire system is mathematically designed to extract maximum engagement while delivering minimum results. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's the story we've all been sold about dating apps. They're a tool that expands your dating pool. Before apps, you could only meet people in your immediate social circle, maybe 50 to 100 potential matches in a year. But with dating apps, you have access to thousands of singles in your area. It's a numbers game now. More options equals better chances of finding someone. The algorithm is designed to learn your preferences and show you compatible matches. And if you're not getting results, well, you probably just need better photos, a wittier bio, or to swipe more strategically. It seems mathematically obvious, right? More access to people should mean more dates, which should mean better odds of finding a relationship. That's what every dating app CEO tells you in their promotional videos. We're using cutting-edge AI to help you find your perfect match. Our algorithm analyzes 150 compatibility factors. We've facilitated over 2 million relationships. Except that's not what the data shows. At all. Since 2015, when dating apps became the primary way people meet, the percentage of young adults in relationships has dropped by 15%. The average dating app user now spends 90 minutes per day swiping and gets fewer actual dates than people did in 2010 using old-school methods. That's not a bug. That's the business model. Let me take you back to 2012 for a second. When Tinder first launched, it was actually pretty functional. You swiped, you matched, you messaged, you met up. The algorithm was simple. Show people nearby who fit basic criteria. A 2013 internal study from OkCupid found that 23% of users who got a mutual match went on at least one date within 30 days. That's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. The app was doing what it claimed to do, facilitating real-world connections. Now fast forward to today. That number has dropped to 3.4%. Let me say that again. Out of every 100 matches you get on a modern dating app, fewer than 4 lead to an actual first date. And here's the thing, the algorithms didn't get worse at matching. They got better at something else entirely. They got better at keeping you engaged. Let's call him Mike. Mike is 28, lives in a major city, has a decent job, stays in reasonable shape. Mike downloads Hinge in January 2025. He pays for the premium subscription immediately because he's serious about finding someone. That's $34.99 a month. Over the first week, Mike spends about 60 minutes per day on the app. He sends 30 messages. He gets 8 matches. Of those 8, 3 respond. Of those 3, 1 conversation goes beyond 5 messages. That conversation fizzles out when Mike suggests meeting for drinks and gets left on read. Mike thinks, okay, maybe I need to be more visible. He buys a boost for $7.99. He gets 12 more likes that evening. He matches with 4 of them. None respond to his opening messages. Mike is now $42.98 into this app and has been on 0 dates. But here's what Mike doesn't see. The app just showed his profile to 847 people that week. Of those 847, the algorithm deliberately filtered out the 200 plus who would have been genuinely interested in him and shown his profile to people who statistically swipe right on less than 2% of profiles they see. But wait, there's more. Every time Mike opens the app and doesn't find what he's looking for, the algorithm learns. Not what Mike wants. What keeps Mike coming back. A 2023 leaked internal document from a major dating app company revealed that their engagement metrics don't optimize for successful matches that lead to relationships. They optimize for daily active users and session duration. Translation? They're not trying to get you off the app. They're trying to keep you on it. And we haven't even touched on the financial incentives yet. Match Group, which owns Tinder, Hinge, Match.com, OkCupid, and Plenty of Fish, generated $3.2 billion in revenue in 2024. But here's where it gets really interesting. Their internal data shows that users who find relationships and delete the app within 3 months are worth an average of $47 in lifetime value. Users who stay on the app for 12 plus months without finding a relationship, they're worth an average of $374 in lifetime value. They spend money on subscriptions, boosts, super likes, profile reviews, and premium features month after month while getting nowhere. It's like applying for a job where the company makes more money from rejected applicants paying to resubmit their resumes than from people who actually get hired. What do you think that company optimizes for? Let me paint you another picture. A 2024 study analyzed the behavior of dating app algorithms and found something devastating. When you first join an app, your profile gets shown widely. The algorithm is testing to see what tier you belong in based on how many likes you get in your first 48 hours. If you get a lot of engagement early, great. You'll keep seeing quality profiles. But if you don't immediately get high engagement, the algorithm downgrades you. Your profile starts getting shown to fewer people, and the people it does get shown to are increasingly filtered toward profiles that rarely swipe right on anyone. This is the dating app trap. You're not competing with 10 people in your area. You're competing with a business model that profits from your failure. The app isn't trying to hide you because you're unattractive. It's hiding you because if you found someone and left, they'd lose a customer. Every success story they advertise is an acceptable loss in exchange for the millions of users who stay stuck, frustrated, and paying month after month. And here's the most brutal part, because you don't know any of this. You internalize the failure. You think you're not good-looking enough, not interesting enough, not funny enough. You rewrite your bio. You retake your photos. You pay for premium. You buy boosts. You're doing exactly what they want you to do. You're optimizing yourself for an algorithm that's designed to keep you as a long-term revenue stream, not as a success story. Let that sink in. Now, you might be thinking, great, Dave, dating apps suck. Thanks for the depressing update. What am I supposed to do? Just give up on dating entirely? And look, I get it. This is depressing. It's frustrating to realize that something you've been using and trusting has been working against you the whole time. But here's the thing. The reason we do this math isn't to make you give up. It's to make you stop fighting a rigged game and start playing a different one. You're not broken. The system is. And once you understand how the system works, you can stop optimizing for the algorithm and start optimizing for actual human connection. The people who are succeeding at dating in 2026 aren't the ones with the perfect profiles. They're the ones who figured out that dating apps should be a minor supplement to real-world dating strategy, not the entire strategy itself. So what's the solution? How do we break this equation? The answer is not delete all your apps and become a hermit. We have to be realistic. Dating apps aren't going away, and they do have some utility. But we need to completely reframe how and why we use them. The alternative approach is what I call the engagement extraction model. But we're flipping it. Instead of the app extracting engagement from you, you're extracting value from the app while investing your real energy somewhere else. Here's the core principle. Dating apps get 20% of your dating effort, not 80%. Let me make this concrete. Right now, if you're like most people, you're spending 60-90 minutes per day on dating apps. You're checking them multiple times, you're crafting thoughtful messages, you're analyzing why matches aren't responding, you're paying for premium features. That's probably 8-12 hours per week. Now imagine if you spent 2 hours per week on dating apps, 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night just to check messages and send a few likes, and invested the other 6 to 10 hours per week in activities where you actually meet people in person. What does that look like? Join a recreational sports league, not because you love volleyball, but because you'll be on a team with 8-12 other people who you'll naturally see every week for 8 weeks. Sign up for a cooking class, a hiking group, a book club, a volunteer organization. Go to the same coffee shop at the same time every Saturday morning. Become a regular somewhere? The mathematical reality is that you'll have more meaningful conversations with potential partners in 1 month of showing up to real-world social activities than in 6 months of swiping. But here's the psychological shift that changes everything. When you meet someone in person first, you're not competing with 10,000 other profiles. You're not a 2D collection of photos being judged in half a second. You're a real human being with body language, humor, energy, and presence that can't be replicated in an app. A 2024 Stanford study found that relationships that start from in-person meetings have a 58% higher success rate after 1 year than relationships that start from apps. The apps aren't just bad at getting you dates, they're selecting for the wrong kind of connections. Within 30 days of making this shift, something changes. You stop feeling like you're shouting into the void. You stop refreshing the app hoping for validation. You start having real conversations with real people who see you as a full human, not as a profile, to be filtered by an algorithm that's optimized for engagement metrics. This is where the negative epiphany turns into positive action. I want you to do one thing this weekend. Calculate how much time you spent on dating apps last month. Be honest, check your screen time settings. Then calculate how many hours you spent in social activities where you could have met someone in person. If the ratio is worse than 1:1, you're playing the wrong game. The apps have convinced you that swiping is dating. It's not. Swiping is gambling. Dating is meeting humans. You can't win a game when the house is designed to keep you losing. But now you know the rules. Dating apps aren't evil. They're just businesses optimizing for profit, not for your happiness. The people who succeed at modern dating aren't luckier or more attractive. They just stopped letting an algorithm dictate their entire dating life. If this video made you rethink how you're using dating apps, share it with a friend who's stuck in the same cycle. We don't talk about this stuff enough. We share the success stories, but rarely the traps. And we're all in this same rigged system, but we can think our way out together. Hit that subscribe button because we're going to keep breaking down these hidden truths. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.